By now, I'm sure most of you have seen or at least heard of the recent South Park special Joining the Panderers, where various main characters are recast as ethnically diverse women. Creators of South Park Trey Parker and Matt Stone may have touched on an issue here that is of high interest to a large populace, given that Paramount Plus is seeing a huge jump in subscribers. So in the episode, basically Cartman gets transported to another universe where all the people are racially diverse women, and his counterpart takes his place in his universe. Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy are also in the episode, and basically they address how Kennedy's practice of putting racially diverse women into all of her productions has resulted in multiple box office failures. Basically, Cartman finds the real Kathleen Kennedy, who has been using an ancient piece of AI known as the Panderstone, which recreates the same generic film over and over again that appeals to everyone. An overutilization of the Panderstone led to the universes getting messed up. Anyways, that's a pretty lousy synopsis, but you get it. It's basically perfect and exactly what I love about South Park. No matter what side of the political aisle you fall on, South Park will probably make fun of you at some point. Obviously, the episode is pretty culturally relevant given that this happened, and this, and this, and obviously this. These sorts of moves by companies like Disney are certainly a form of pandering to various groups, but I tend to think Disney could really care less about who they make happy. They just want profits, and if this sort of thing begins to disrupt profits, which it has, then it will stop happening. It's more of a, look at us, look at how good we are, see we like women in various races, let us show you. You know, virtue signaling? Either way, the episode is funny, and it points out a very obvious change in Hollywood motives today. If these companies were as virtuous as they attempt to appear, this would have been going on for decades, but it hasn't. All it seems to have accomplished was proving how not virtuous they are with their desperate attempts to look virtuous. This may be very good for streaming service Paramount Plus. In Q3, they saw a 38% increase in streaming revenue, equating to $1.7 billion. They also gained 3 million more subscribers. I would probably guess that this has more to do with the Yellowstone prequel, given that the teaser trailer for the new South Park special didn't drop till very late in Q3. But given the amount of attention the special is getting online and in various news outlets, I assume this is going to play out very nicely for Paramount Plus, whose subscriber total just reached 63 million. Now, this number is obviously dwarfed by Disney Plus's 146 million. However, Disney Plus hasn't turned a profit since it came online. Not even close, actually. The streaming service has lost a considerable amount of money for the company, likely due to the fact that they spend hundreds of millions of dollars per show when they produce a Marvel or Star Wars project. Paramount, on the other hand, already had the rights to a number of films and shows before the streaming service even went online. So while they do produce original content as well, they aren't as hard-pressed as Disney to do so. I tend to believe that streaming services are basically a failing business model to begin with. As much as we all love them and have become accustomed to them, I find it likely that in the future we're more likely going to be seeing more services such as Fubo or Sling TV, ad-supported direct-to-customer streaming with a smaller selection of movies. Streaming just doesn't pull the same kind of revenue as cable does, or ever did, not even close. Consider cable last year, in 2022, brought in close to $100 billion in revenue. That's ads and various other affiliate fees, compared to streaming, which is bigger than it's ever been, $19 billion. And that's from subscription fees and ad revenue. Anyways, tangent over, we were talking about South Park. The success of this special is certainly going to turn out somewhat profitable for Paramount Plus, and maybe, just maybe, race swapping, gender swapping, the bastardization of our favorite properties by various other means, maybe people who think this sort of thing is okay are starting to get a grip. Or maybe not. Don't subscribe, but definitely hit the like button, please. Okay, see ya.